Hello, welcome back to YouTube News, the show where we... I don't really know, this is episode 2. Episode 1 happened like 2 years ago now, so I don't really know what we do. This is the first video I've uploaded in like 7 months. My upload schedule is terrible, so we're just gonna get on with the video now, I guess. So, as we've already established, it's been a long time since I actually made an episode of this, let alone an actual facecam video. I have done, like, 2 streams and a stream highlights video, but that doesn't count. Speaking of the stream, Red Dead Online has a new update, so you never know, I might be doing a new stream about that soon as well. Me and my friend George, who I do the stream with, he also streams and makes a lot more videos than me. Hector Battles, you should probably go and check him out. A lot's happened since the last episode of YouTube News. Fortnite has actually died. Who could have seen that coming? Definitely not me. Also, the world has descended into chaos. World War III nearly happened. Coronavirus, as I'm sure you may have noticed. And also, there's a little app called TikTok that's taken off quite a lot. And then it ended, but then it didn't, and then it came back. I'm not 100% sure, to be honest. I've also actually sorted out my lighting, if you haven't already figured that out by the intro. I've still got my headache poster. You probably can't see it because of the mic. One thing I do want to show is I've only been recording for 2 minutes and YouTube News has already just become me news. So because of quarantine, there's been a lot of things that were supposed to happen now happening virtually, like Comic-Con at home. I think DC are doing their own Comic-Con at home as well, and I am very into comic books, so that's fun for me. The Flash movie that's supposedly going to come out in a few years is rumoured to have Michael Keaton coming back for it, which could be cool. Michael Keaton, of course, played Batman. I do have a pop figure of that, but it's right at the bottom of my tower of pop figures, so I'm not going to take that out just because it's all going to fall over. And also that we've got the Batman movie coming out in 2021. It's probably going to get postponed, and there's also a lot of news apparently going to happen about that. We already know most of the cast, and we've seen a few set photos, I think, and also we've seen the suit, because there was that video with like him in that like red room. Another thing that's been going on in the Marvel universe, at least, Endgame happened just over a year ago now, and Far From Home came out not long after, I don't think. And it's kind of left the Marvel Cinematic Universe on quite a large cliffhanger. And me being the big Marvel nerd I am, I've come up with a few theories of what happens at the end of Spider-Man Far From Home. Spoilers, in case you haven't seen it, which you should definitely have had. In my opinion, it's a very good movie. At the end, J. Jonah Jameson reveals Spider-Man's secret identity, and this, for people that have read the comics, shouldn't come as much of a shock, because Spider-Man does at one point reveal his secret identity in the very, very, very popular comic book storyline, Civil War. The original one, not Civil War 2. Yes, there's a second Civil War that happens. Whether or not it'll happen in the movies, I don't know. They couldn't have had Spider-Man reveal his identity then, because he'd only just been introduced to the universe as the first movie Spider-Man had been in the MCU, so he couldn't have revealed his identity then, because Spider-Man being there is a big thing. That's too big. So but in order to keep up with the comic universe, which they're trying to replicate in the movies, they'd have to copy some of the large events that happened. And obviously, because they've introduced Spider-Man very late into the MCU because of obviously contract deals with Sony, they haven't been able to do that with him, and now that he's been in it for I think about 6 movies, they can finally do that, and they can kind of set the Marvel Cinematic Universe back onto the track of where the comic universe went, which was Spider-Man reveals his identity, Civil War ends, and obviously they can't do another Civil War yet, but I definitely think that now that the Infinity Saga's over, they're going to try a lot more to do a lot more of the events that happen in the movies, such as Secret Wars, which is apparently going to be the next thing they adapt, which is with the Skrulls and the Kree, Skrulls and the Kree, which have already been introduced in Captain Marvel, and at the end of Far From Home, we see Nick Fury, who looks like he's running Sword, which is going to be interesting as well. Unless you have been living under a rock since quarantine started, TikTok it's kind of become the new Vine. It's taken off, but America isn't too happy with the security concerns with the app. But TikTok is apparently getting banned again. This happened like the other day, as of this video coming out, as of filming right now. This happened the other day. Now this time Bill Gates is swooping in to save the app, and he's apparently going to buy it. Well, not him personally, but Microsoft is apparently going to acquire TikTok to allow it to keep running in the US, because Donald Trump doesn't like the fact that it's run by China. TikTok happened, like, kind of blew up as an app kind of around the same time as coronavirus, so I'm not saying they're related in any way, but they could be. Okay, that about rounds up this episode. I've literally talked about nothing. I've just kind of rambled about Marvel for a bit. There's nothing to expect for this series. I've only done 1 episode prior, and we waffled about Fortnite for 10 minutes. So I'm going to hopefully be doing a new random tech video soon, but I'm not making any promises because my upload schedule is already terrible, and it will probably come out within the next year or so, despite the fact these videos only take me about 20 minutes to film. Bye.